back. I'm everybody's favorite Aunt Glenda, and have I got a show for you today. All right, so it's the morning after the Oscars, the Academy Awards. And today we're talking the 21 best and worst dressed people that were at the Oscars last night. Are you ready? All right, let's begin. But before we begin, can we talk about my earrings for a minute? Look at these, they're the little chandelier earrings, very classy. And also, look at this, look at my fur. I think it makes my hair stand out extra special tonight, you know. And then I've got my glitzy little like sequiny coat on. I feel like $1 million. All right, are you ready to get going? There are so many badly dressed people today to talk about. I mean, really, some of them. There's a few winners, and I have to say, there was an appearance by Barbra Streisand. Barbara, she looked like butter. She was so amazing. Oh, I almost died. I could die right now. Here we go. All right, guys, so for today's show, I'm sitting here at my computer, and I'm gonna show you the pictures, and then we'll discuss amongst ourselves what we think of the outfits, and you know, the hair, the makeup, everything. All right, so 21 worst, best, and worst dressed celebs at the 2019 Oscars. Right, so first of all, here we go. We have Lady Gaga. I love her. I love her. I know she's a little bit odd, some people say. I just love her. She's adorable. She's like butter. I love you, Gaga. Always will. So let's discuss Billy Porter's in his custom Christian Siriano outfit here. I mean, I don't know what I think of that. Like, I'll be honest with you. I will be 100% honest, because you know Aunt Glenda always is. I really like that outfit for myself. I mean, I would wear that in a second. I mean, I loved it. For a man, a gentleman, it's not really my taste. I mean, I don't want to date anybody that's going to be wearing a better dress than myself. But you know what? He rocked it, I guess, you know? I mean, I don't know. It is a beautiful dress. It's gorgeous, right? Look at that with the velvet and the satin and the collar. Oh my goodness. And look at the little bit of lace hanging out on the sleeves. I loved it, just not for a gentleman. For myself, a total go. For him, not so much. I thought I should point out that the good people at Cosmopolitan magazines are the ones who are saying that, you know, this is the best and worst dress according to them. All right, so most magical, Miss Gemma Chan in Valentino. What do we think of this? Oh my goodness, it looks like a mattress pad. Doesn't it look like a mattress pad? I mean, the color is amazing. I love that like bright pink, that very like hot pink. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's to die for. However, it looks like a pink mattress pad. Do you see how it's got all the little like detailed, really like the ruffly thing? I mean, it looks like a mattress pad, right? Am I right? Like a mattress liner kind of thing? I like the collar. I do. I like the collar up here, kind of ruffly. She's gorgeous. Her hair looks great, amazing. But I mean, that dress, it reminds me of these dresses we would wear in the summertime back in the 60s. And they would just kind of, what is that called? I can't even, seersucker? It kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Definitely in my mind, not Academy Award ready. I understand you can make a train on a dress. That does not make it Academy Award ready, people. Just because it, you know, it goes on for 3 blocks doesn't make it an Academy Award dress. I mean, honestly, I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed in the gowns this year. The way people dress. I mean, what happened to beauty and class and grace, like Grace Kelly? Those were the days, my friend. I don't know, everybody, it did not feel like the Oscars. It felt like we just threw on anything. We went down to the street fair and we asked any schlep to just dress us in a potato sack. I mean, honestly, the outfits this year were just big, you know, lumps of crap. I mean, it really just felt like crap, the whole thing. I mean, what the hell was this? You know, what is that? The more I look at that, the more I'm more and more upset. I get aggravated. I gotta check my heart rate on my Fitbit. The more upset I get, my heart rate's going up over this. I just don't know. I mean, honestly, it's a travesty to the world of fashion. And I know, I mean, look at me. I'm a fashion guru. On to the next. Okay, so this is being called the Sassiest Pants by Aquafina in Desquerde. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I'm not even gonna try. Anyway, a pantsuit. Now, again, I come from the old school, and I don't believe you should wear a pantsuit to the Academy Awards. It's a very nice pantsuit. It doesn't look like it quite fits her right here. It looks like her belly's hanging out a little bit, even though, I mean, she's not fat or anything, but you see what I'm saying? It doesn't look like it fits properly. I love the color, however. It's kind of a violety silver. I love that, but honestly, I'm gonna give it a hard no. A hard not my favorite, okay? Just gonna let you know, not my favorite to wear a pantsuit to an awards ceremony. Come on, please. I mean, I wouldn't even get my husband in a pantsuit that fancy. And if you're a woman, I feel like you should dress up a little more. A little more. Even, like, look at Ellen DeGeneres, you know? She'll wear a nice, classy pantsuit. This was just kind of like a showgirl gone bad, you know, in a pantsuit. It just didn't look right. It was too sparkly. I didn't like the pantsuit being that sparkly. Honestly, I just did not love this year's Oscars as far as dress. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? All right, moving right along here. Here we have the most successful at making us eat our words. Linda Cardellini in Schiaparelli. I don't even know. Is that like the name of a Italian spaghetti dish? I'm not sure. I'm not even sure. All right, but I will say again, loving the pink, loving the bright pink color. I am not loving this. Okay, this to me looks, oh my goodness, let me just tell you. You know what it looks like to me? You know what it looks like to me? It looks like she ran into the local bordello and she grabbed whatever curtains she could find off the wall. I mean, it's just a bunch of tooling and stuff. You know, she looks like she belongs on top of a cake, like a wedding cake or something. It's ridiculous. I hate it. I can't stand it. It's awful. Hard pass. Hard pass for Aunt Glenda. All right, best cosplay, Sarah Paulson and Brandon Maxwell. Awful. I hated it. What is this? What is this? She looks like some sort of a mushroom. I can't stand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand how these designers are getting away with charging millions of dollars for these dresses and they come out looking like crap. It's awful. Sarah, hello. Horrible. Again, I do, you know. But again, the color, not so bad. I like the color a little bit. Right. Finally, we have a dress that is Oscar worthy in my opinion. We have Best Pink by Kiki Lane, and I think it's Versace. But you know what? I am really loving this dress. I like it. I like the pink. She's got a gorgeous hourglass figure. It's a soft blush pink. It looks gorgeous with her skin tone. I mean, look at that. And I actually kind of like the floofy in the back. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that little like floof in the back on her collar, I mean, it really makes a difference. And I'm not, you know, I am one that is not subtle. I don't know if you've noticed, but I like the decorations. I like the glitz and the glam. And this dress, this is an Oscar-worthy dress, right? That's our first Oscar-worthy dress of the evening, I feel like. So I give that an Aunt Glenda's thumbs up of approval. You look adorable, sweetheart. Adorable. All right, most divisive. Emma Stone in Louis Vuitton. Okay, Emma, first of all, I kind of like the color. I'm not gonna lie. I did not know this dress was Louis Vuitton when I first saw it, because to be honest, my first reaction was, you look like a reptile. Look at the scales. It looks like some sort of a snake, right? But at closer look, I do realize that I kind of like the brown goldish color, but I'm not a big fan of the dress. I feel like it does absolutely nothing for you, Emma Stone. I mean, you've got that gorgeous reddish kind of vixen brown hair, and I feel like you should have gone with a brighter color, sweetheart. A green would have looked fabulous on you. That's just Aunt Glenda's opinion. Don't worry, don't take it too personal. Oh, I just know what's right and wrong when it comes to fashion. Okay, now this is being called Best Slit, right? By Regina King and Oscar de la Renta. I honestly feel like, girl, if you have the legs, you should flaunt those legs. Do you know what I'm saying? She looks amazing. I like the white. I actually like this. I like that little, I don't know what you call this pretty little like swirl here. And she's got an appropriate length of a train. I think she looks good. I think she looks great. Oh my goodness, as I live and breathe, this was my favorite dress of the evening. And I don't even know who's Ashley Graham and Zach Posen looked gorgeous. gorgeous, so amazing. Let me show you what I think, and you can tell me what you think as well. All right, here's the dress. Most elegant was what she was said to have gotten for the night, and I 110% agree with that. Look at her cute little hourglass figure, and she looks like a real woman, right? None of these sticks. No, she looks like a real woman with real womanly curves, and I loved that black dress. I loved the beautiful neckline and how it hugged her so well. Oh, it makes me want to get one of them dresses for myself. Look at that. She looks fabulous, just like butter. I might have got a little more glitzy and glam on the earrings and the necklace, but I'm just saying, I mean, no one's perfect. Nobody can be me, right? No one's me. If the world were all full of Aunt Glendas, then it would be boring because, you know, there's only room for one of me in this world. But you know what, hon? Ashley Graham, you don't look so bad. You look adorable. All right, most minty fresh, Yaliza Aparicio in Rodarte. Oh my goodness, that's a mouthful. I'm not even sure. All right, but that is a very pretty color of a dress. And I thought she looked darling. For her first Academy Awards, I thought it was very pretty. It was a little juvenile for my taste. You knew it was coming, right? The worst dressed. This, by far, is disgusting. I can't stand it. I feel like it's awful. I don't like the color. I don't like the dress. I like nothing about this dress. Let me show you. Oh my goodness. Look at this. What? I mean, honey, you're adorable, but what is this? What is this? What is this plastic raincoat you got on here at the top? And then the bottom, you look like a giant cupcake. I don't understand it. It's awful. I can't stand it, Rachel Weitz. Can't stand it. I love your name, though, Rachel Weitz, but the dress? Come on, hon. Come on. Let's try a little harder next time you're at the Academy Awards, for goodness sake. All right, guys, so we're moving on. We're talking Marie Kondo. Love her and her organizational skills, but Marie, this dress, hon, this dress definitely has to go in your does not give me joy pile. You know how you have your clothes and you thank them for the joy that they bring you? This does not bring me any joy whatsoever. In fact, it's so ugly of a dress, hon. It is such an ugly dress, and you're such an adorable little lady. I love you so much. You're so cute, and you're so smart, and you're so organized. But this dress definitely does not bring anyone joy, yourself or us, for looking at it. Ugh. There we have the dress. Blech. Oh, there she is, Lady Gaga. Most dressed for a dramatic wake. Lady Gaga and Alexander McQueen. Oh, doesn't she look ravishing? Look at that dress. It's so beautiful. I absolutely love it. Trains seem to have been big. Trains were definitely big this year at the Academy Awards and the Oscars. Lady Gaga has a slight train. I love the classic black. You can never go wrong with a black dress or red dress, in my opinion, at these types of galas and events and balls and award ceremonies. So Lady Gaga, I loved everything about it. That necklace, oy vey, did you see that necklace? I mean, what kind of a doctor brain surgeon would I have to marry or have my child marry to get that necklace? That necklace was the biggest diamond I have ever seen, and it was like a canary yellow. It was so gorgeous. It was like butter. I loved it. Gaga, again, I am Gaga over this dress. You looked fabulous. All right, J-Lo, shiniest Jennifer Lopez in Tom Ford. Let's discuss. You look fabulous. You look magnificent, J-Lo. J-Lo, I think you're gonna be 50 years old this year. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but you look fabulous, hon. All right. Oh, I spit. Excuse me. Her outfit with all the mirrors. The only thing I have to say, I think her figure is amazing. I mean, she's had twins. Look at her. She looks fabulous. For her age, she's a gorgeous woman. This dress, I don't know. I don't know if I love it or if I hate it. All right, let's give the pros first. The pros is that it's gorgeous, it's shiny, it's shimmery, and it's a good classic fit and style, but then yet it's kind of edgy with the mirrors. It's definitely award ceremony appropriate. Kind of reminds me of my earrings on how they are like mirrored like. Let's talk about the cons. The cons are, J-Lo, really, hun, do you constantly have to have a mirror around you? We know you're gorgeous. You gotta look at that bottom that took us all the time in the mirror. I mean, this whole dress is made out of mirrors, all right? So, I don't know. It makes me think like, I mean, how magnified do we have to make your tush, okay? We get it. It's amazing. But on the same hand, too, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I like walking around with mirrors. I mean, what if you blind somebody? What if she's walking down the street and you know how the mirrors reflect and a truck looks in it and that's it? They're blinded and they smack into someone else's car and that's it. J-Lo's responsible for a horrible car accident in Hollywood. I don't know. I don't know, it scares me a little bit. I like it, I don't like it, I'm not quite sure really where I fit. It reminds me of the House of Mirrors. You know the House of Mirrors at the circus or like at a carnival and you go in and it distorts your figure? I mean, it kind of reminds me of a House of Mirrors, a fun house. But on the other hand, she does look amazing in it. But on the other hand, if I had 3 hands, I guess, on the other hand, she would look good in no matter what she wore because she's adorable. All right, J-Lo. That's Aunt Glenda's seal of approval. Next. All right, here we have Miss Glenn Close. I love Glenn Close. I loved her in Sarah Plain and Tall, the movie. I don't like this dress. All right, I like one thing about this dress. And one thing only, and that is I love the gold color. I love gold, I love glitz, I love sparkles and shine and bling. Love the color. Let's see, love the color, Glenn, hate the dress. It's very like spaceshipy, like Dr. Spock, or like very like Star Trek or Star Wars or one of those star shows. It's just plain, it's like chromatic. I don't even know if that's the right word, I just don't like it. The train is beautiful, but then it's like beautiful in the back with the train and like all business in the front with the way the front looks. And honestly, I just don't like it. The only thing I love about this is the color and the bling, and the rest was definitely a lose. A big fat loss, in my opinion. All right, here, Michelle Yeoh. This was the most regal dress, and I have to say I agree. I love this dress. This is very Mad Men, Betty Draper. I feel like Betty Draper would wear this to, I don't know, one of her husband's, you know, galas or balls. I loved it. I loved that neckline. It was kind of plunging, yet a little bit off of the shoulders. I mean, you could kind of see some bagels, but let's be honest, she didn't really have any bagels to speak of. Let me show you again. See what I'm saying? Not too much in the bagel department. I mean, really, she's more, it's not a lot there. I mean, I would really fill that in. If I would be in that dress, my bagels would really be showing. But nonetheless, it's a gorgeous dress. I like that she had some of the shiny mirror. I think we're seeing a lot of that shiny mirror this year, and we're gonna probably see a whole lot of that into the spring, summer, and fall. So for 2019, I would say that that's beautiful with the mirrors. I think that that's coming along nicely. She's got a beautiful like chiffon at the end, and I loved the color. She looked like a sparkling twinkle star in the sky. So I would give this my thumbs up and seal it. Okay, here we go. So Constance, I think you look like a giant lemon in this outfit. I mean, I'm just saying, not trying to be mean or anything, but it looks like a giant lemon threw up all over your dress, hon. I don't love it. I kind of like the style a little bit. Again, I feel like it's very flowy and it's kind of, I mean, I don't know. It's a little juvenile for me, and I do not love the bright yellow that everybody's doing this season. Definitely not on my list of favorites. And you're a beautiful girl, Constance, but that dress, hun, not working for you in my opinion. All right, friends, that is the end of my best and worst dress list for the 2019 Academy Awards. Oscar, you looked amazing as always. You're dazzling in your gold and your glitz. Everyone else, I don't know. I just kind of feel like it's But you know what? It was a good night nonetheless, and it's always fun to see the stars come out. It's always fun to celebrate a night at the movies with glitz and glam and makeup and jewels. So overall, I had a fabulous night watching. I hope you enjoyed my review, and if you like this and you want to see more of myself, Aunt Glenda, more Jewish wisdom or Yiddish wisdom or anything else that I might share here on Rich and Sarah Learning as We Grow, make sure that you hit that red subscribe button, boobalas. And until next time, I love you, you'll like butter, and I'll see you soon. Love ya. Bye.